The real story, so we're waiting for the president to reveal his strategy for attacking the threat from Islamic terrorists. It's going to happen tonight. What does he need to say to reassure Americans, and what do the people need to hear? Joining us now from Capitol Hill, Utah Senator Mike Lee, a member of the Senate Armed Services Committee. Great to see you, Senator. So if you were helping the president to write this speech, what would be the top 3 bullet points?
Well, I think I'd tell him first that the United States acts militarily only when it's necessary to protect U.S. national sovereignty or where it's necessary to protect the lives and the property interests of U.S. citizens. That needs to be the focus. And anytime that becomes necessary, it's also necessary for the president, absent some kind of imminent threat that requires immediate action, to go to Congress and get authorization or a declaration of war authorizing military action. It's important for us to have this debate in the Congress among the people's elected representatives to make sure that the American people can support it, not just financially, but also to support the immense human costs that go along with any kind of military action.
All right, so where do you stand on it personally, Senator? Do you want him to do airstrikes in Syria? Do you want him to put more boots on the ground in Iraq?
Look, he's our commander-in-chief. He's got the foreign relations power, and he's also got the power as commander-in-chief. I'm waiting to hear what his strategy is. I want to hear what the U.S. national security interests are and why it is that we need to be involved, if in fact we need to be involved. And then I want to hear from him that he's willing to present this plan if in fact military action is going to be required to Congress.
What do you make of the fact that the 9/11 Commission yesterday came out with a report that said that basically people like you, members of Congress, are to blame for this, that you also have known about ISIS for some time, and that Congress hasn't paid enough attention?
Well, look, the president is the commander-in-chief. Congress can't authorize military action independently. It certainly can't execute military action independently. And to suggest that the democratic process somehow interferes with that is nonsensical. Look, the fact that this threat exists and the fact that military action hasn't previously been undertaken can't be blamed on Congress, especially when you've got a president who, as recently as just a few months ago, was referring to this as a sort of JV squad, which need not be taken seriously.
Right, that was back in January. Well, we're all waiting to see what the president will say tonight. Senator Mike Lee of Utah, thanks for your time, sir.
Thank you.
Time for